There's something I've been wanting to speak about for quite some time, but I've kind of put it off. I'm not uncomfortable necessarily sharing, but this is something that I think is important and I've been wanting to do. I've never been one to make New Year resolutions. I've always thought it was a waste of time. People that do make them tend to, come up with a list, and half of them are kind of stupid things. The other half, they don't keep up for, past the first week or two. And then the next year they end up having the exact same list, and the year after that. So I've never seen a point to it. But something I did start doing 2 years ago, I heard it from a couple different sources. I liked the idea, where you pick a word, something that is meaningful for your life or what you're going through, something that helps you work towards your goals, helps you with growth, and you pick a word. And 2 years ago, my word was dwell. And so that 2 years ago, the entire year I focused on dwell, that the Holy Spirit dwell within me, that God dwell within me, that, I spend my life learning and growing through the Holy Spirit. Anything that has to do with dwelling, that I dwell with my family and, help my family to grow as a family that actually, grows together and learns together and loves together. And of course, we need the Spirit for that. And I had a lot of growth that year, a lot of change, and it was just, I could go on and on for things that happened that year, and some things I couldn't even begin to describe because they were so powerful and meaningful. Then this year, my first word didn't actually go away because I still need the Spirit to dwell in me in order to get the word for this year, which is nourishment. So I would ask for the Holy Spirit to dwell in me and to nourish me, because that's where nourishment comes through. And to nourish me with love, with patience, with kindness. And so this year my focus has been on all the things that the good gifts that God gives us to help us get through. Sometimes it might be for things that I need for that particular day. I'd pray in the morning asking for nourishment, for patience, or for strength or wisdom, knowledge, those things that I need through the day. Sometimes it would be general, for God's will, because He knows what I need that day better than I do. He knows what's coming. And then at night also I would pray for Him to dwell within me and to give me the nourishment that I need to make it through the night. Or I would thank Him for the nourishment that He gave me for that day or for that week to get me through the tough things that have been going on. And it might seem like a strange time, but, everybody's already talking about Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's coming up pretty quick. So, there's nothing wrong with starting to think about the word for next year, I don't think. And for those of you that haven't done something like this, or those of you that, start out with a New Year's resolution that quickly fell apart, and you want to try something to make a difference in your life, it might be worth you starting right now. Pick a word for this year. Maybe it's something you carry through next year. Or maybe it's something where you start working on it this year and practicing. And then, when it comes to the first of the year, you have a new word that you can carry on through next year. But it works well in a lot of different ways. It really helps you to grow, to make the changes you need in your life. If you want to travel, if you want to do better at school, if you want to go back to school, if you want to do better with your family, if you want to start a family, whatever it is, your relationship goals, whatever it is you want, think of a word that is going to help you get those things. It's going to help you grow within the sphere of what you want. And, it's changed my life in so many ways. And a year is short enough time that you have short enough time that you don't get tired of it and you don't fail at it. It's very easy to keep this up for a year, but it's long enough to where you can actually make some real growth and changes as well. So the time really works great. And each new year you just come up with a new word and follow it through. And it doesn't mean, like me, keeping up the old words, because they're still relevant sometimes. Some years might not be relevant, and you just go on. But God bless.